Chicago! One! We are the people. Two! We are united. Three! The occupation is illegal.
My name is Elise Glenn, and this graph describes the distribution of wealth throughout the United States and how it's changed from '79 till now. And clearly it shows that the top 1% are making way more than anybody else in the country, and something should be done about it, obviously, and that's why we're here. I'm here to change the system and change the fact that the top 1% of people in America are making way more than anybody else. The bottom 20% makes nothing, and we need to change something and do something about it. And the big banks and big corporations are taking over the country, and it should be the people instead.
We ain't taking no more. We ain't taking no more. We're not taking no more.
People are here because they have the real deep sense and reality of unfairness in this economy. People understand for 30 years there's been a set of policies that have really created prosperity for very few, for 1%. So I think they're here today, and as we're all here today, because we want fairness. We want a better balance between work and wealth. We want jobs. We want the jobs that exist to be paid better. We want relief on housing. We want student loans taken care of. We want the things that we want everybody to enjoy in the prosperity of the country, so we can all have the opportunities that our abilities can take us to.
My name is H.J. I'm a member of a union, and I'm a federal employee. And I'm here supporting the occupiers because I feel betrayed by my elected officials, and I feel betrayed by my corporations that are in collusion to destroy the right to free assembly, the right to collectively bargain, and the right to all of the public services and assets and programs that we depend on to keep our country strong.
My name's Jack Haley. I'm with the Green Party, here supporting the Occupy Chicago movement to get corporate power out of politics in this country. That's a prime demand of the Green Party and a prime demand of the Occupy Chicago people. We totally support their movement.
My name is Scott Marshall. I'm with the United Steelworkers and the Retirees Group. We're in full support of this Occupy Chicago movement. In fact, the steelworkers are mobilizing for Occupy all over the country. Our president, Leo Gerard, marched with him in Pittsburgh. We got people marching everywhere. My jacket says United Steelworkers, Workers of the World Unite. Our union is actually making agreements with unions all around the world. And we absolutely see Workers of the World Unite as a very important next step in the fight against globalization and these corporations.
Okay, yeah, my sign, it says, end corporate control, power to the people. My name's Greg, by the way. Really, I'm tired of the corporations basically buying our politicians and their lobbyists who are writing legislation. And I think that, we just need to take the money out of politics and get it back to, a government of the people, by the people, and for the people.
Hi, my name's Tom Shepard. I'm from the south side of Chicago, and I'm proud to be down here with the other 99%ers and the Occupy Chicago movement. I wanted to come down tonight to support the people that have been camping down here and to support their efforts to move over to Grant Park.
Banks got bailed out. We got sold out. Banks got bailed out. We got sold out. Banks got bailed out. People of the Brooklyn. Occupy Chicago. People of the Brooklyn.
Occupy Chicago!
People of the Brooklyn.
Occupy Chicago!
People of the Brooklyn.
Occupy Chicago!
People of the Brooklyn.
Go to Occupy Chicago!
People of the Brooklyn.
Go to Occupy Chicago!
My name is Ricky Macklin, and I'm Vice President of UE Local 1110. I'm here to support all of my brothers and sisters in the struggle to occupy Chicago, because it's time that we stand up and we fight. I'm also one of the occupiers of our plant in 2008. We fought, we occupied, we won. When people get tired, when people occupy, people win. We are the 99%. This isn't just about union, this is about labor, but unions are labor and they need to be out here anyway. We all need to be out here.
My name is Andy Willis, and I'm here because I'm part of the 99%, along with all these great young people who've finally decided to take things into their own hands and start making history. And I support them 100%. I've been waiting for this day for a long damn time. Yes, I've gone from being disappointed with him to being disgusted. And yeah, and I've had it with him and all those lying people up at the top, and they only represent the 1%, that's clear.
My name is Mike Wolf. I'm a retired steelworker, and I'm carrying the sign that says capitalism has got to go, because we have thousands of people out here, black and white, Latin, men and women, who are fighting for justice, fighting against exploitation, fighting against Wall Street. But the only way we're ever going to change the system, where we get rid of exploitation, we get rid of racism, is when we get rid of the profit-driven capitalist system that feeds off of the misery of people around the world.
They say cut back, we say fight back. 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 They say cut back, we say fight back.
I'm coming here for the 99%, getting what I deserve.
Well, we have to fight together.
Absolutely.
What does the march mean to you?
To me, it means fighting for my freedom.
Okay,
you can do it with a gun or you can do it with a billboard.
My name is Leslie Willis, and I'm here because I am part of the 99%. I just got on Social Security, I just got on Medicare, and to find out that I have to pay for the Medicare money I don't have. I can't afford the drugs, I can't afford a drug program. I'm part of the working poor. I have to work, and that makes me ineligible, but it makes me now have to choose between necessities and buying medicine. So, you know, I feel like this. It was an outrage that we bailed out our banks, spent billions of dollars on these wars, and then to add insult to injury, they began to say that they had to take away all our programs. The little measly bit that they have given to the poor now, it's got to be taken away, and that's the last straw.
Occupy Chicago! People over profit! 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 Occupy Chicago! Occupy Chicago! Fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
My name is James Tindwa, and I work with the Alliance of Charter Teachers and Staff here in Chicago. This is a real momentous occasion, one of many in recent days. Over the last 4 weeks, I think we've seen an upsurge of very angry and very committed people in Chicago and across the country. We are joining the effort to send a message to Wall Street, send a message to politicians who aid and abet Wall Street excess, that the people have had it. And we want to solve our economic problems, and we know the answers to doing so. We have to begin by moving the money from where it is. The money is in the military spending that is so out of control, unnecessary wars going on. We have 1% of the population controlling 25% of the income in the United States. 1% of Americans control 25% of our national wealth. In New York alone, 1% of New York residents own 45% of the resources, of the wealth. That's incredible. 400 individuals last year possessed more wealth than half the country, than 155 million Americans. So the country is not broke, as Republicans and some Democrats are saying to us. We're not broke. The country is suffering from a gross maldistribution of wealth. And so the message here is that we've got to move that money from where it is, from wealthy people, from the military, to where it creates jobs on the ground for people, it houses people. We've got to fix this crisis of homelessness and crisis of foreclosure, people losing their homes. And so the solutions are within reach. They're literally at our fingertips. This requires political will. That's what we're seeking right now. We have labor unions here from Unite Here, Workers United, SEIU, Stand Up Chicago. So there's a labor representation here, but throughout the country, in New York City, a number of labor locals have come forward to join this movement. And I think that part of what is obvious, I think, to me, is that labor unions, labor leaders who don't get on board this train, who don't capitalize on this energy, are increasingly going to face isolation. But there's an opportunity here for labor to be in the middle of this political energy, to send a message that they are in solidarity with young people who are really, I think, ought to take so much credit for beginning this conversation, to mount an assault, a critique of Wall Street. Look, in the past 3 or 4 weeks, our national media, from politicians to the pundits to reporters, are not talking about deficits, right? We've already changed the conversation. We're talking about inequality. We're talking about joblessness. So we've already, in a very short span of time, changed the conversation from this obsession with with deficits that was seen both by Republicans and Democrats, to talking about inequality. For the longest time, for decades, I don't remember the last time the American people, this country, had a real honest, sincere conversation about inequality. There's been a cultural, a political aversion to talking about inequality, and this movement has really helped to sharpen that and to bring it back. That a lot of our problems right now, a lot of the crises we're facing in employment, incarceration, healthcare, you name it, the inequality is implicated in those crises, and that's what this is about.
They could stop this movement. They thought they could stop us last Saturday. They were wrong. This movement will not be stopped. The one thing that the powers that be always get wrong is us, is how strong we are, is how powerful we are when we are united.
We stand strong and we stand united. We can fight for a beautiful future, not just for ourselves, but for our children and grandchildren.
What if we got so many people here that it took them until 6 a.m.
Guys, what I'm going to need to do, I'm going to need to have you go back some, because we're going to back these up.
The rest of